What's up, y'all? Right quick, right fast. So, y'all saw yesterday that they confirmed Jonathan Majors and Meagan Good was dating, right? Y'all saw that, right? They holding hands, taking pictures and shit together now. So they showing us that they together. Right? So, I forgot about this, but I knew this. Shout out to Dr. Johnson Tells. But she reminded me that Meagan Good, godfather, is Jim Brown. See that? See her with Jim Brown right there? Okay. So, I'm just going to Google Jim Brown. Just real quick. Just going to Google Jim Brown.
May he rest in peace.
May he rest in peace because he just died. That's why she posted about him. So, let's see. Jim Brown was a huge football star. If y'all guys did not know. Also an activist. Also an actor. But there's a Wikipedia tab called Assault Allegations under Jim Brown's Wikipedia. So I go to read, and this is what it says. Brown was arrested at least 7 times for assault, mainly against women. During the era when the incidents occurred, prominent men were usually not scrutinized for reported offenses against women. He was never found guilty of a major crime. In most of the cases, the women refused to press charges after calling the police. In 1965, Brown was arrested in his hotel for assault and battery against an 18-year-old named Brenda Abrez. He was later acquitted for those charges. A year later, he fought paternity allegations that he fathered her child. In 1968, Brown was charged with assault with intent to commit murder after model Ava Bonchin was found beneath the balcony of Brown's second-floor apartment. The charges were later dismissed after Bonchin refused to cooperate with the prosecutor's office. Brown was also ordered to pay a $300 fine for striking a deputy sheriff involved in the investigation during the incident. In Brown's autobiography, he stated that Bonchin was angry and jealous over an affair he had been having with Gloria Steinem, and this argument is what led to the misunderstanding with the police. In 1970, Brown was found not guilty of assault and battery, the charges stemming from a road rage incident that occurred in 1969. In 1975, Brown was convicted of misdemeanor battery for beating and choking his golfing partner, Frank Snow. He was sentenced to 1 day in jail, 2 years probation, and a fine of $500. In 1985, Brown was charged with raping a 33-year-old woman. The charges were later dismissed. In 1986, he was arrested for assaulting his fiancée, Deborah Clark. Clark refused to press charges and he was released. In 1999, Brown was arrested and charged with making terroristic threats towards his wife, Monique. According to Brown, the only time we ever have an argument is during her menstrual period. Later that year, he was found guilty of vandalism for smashing her car with a shovel. He was sentenced to 3 years probation, 1 year of domestic violence counseling, and 400 hours of community service, or 40 hours on a work crew, along with a $1,800 fine. Brown ignored the terms of his sentence and in 2000 was sentenced to 6 months in jail, which he began serving in 2002 after refusing the court-ordered counseling and community service. He was released after 3 months. And then in 2015, he gonna tell y'all that there's no excuse for violence, especially between a man and a woman. So yeah, y'all, it's seeming like Meagan Good is playing a character from an SVU episode. Because I'm trying to understand why you would align yourself with this man. And y'all know that all of this stuff is new information. All I needed to hear was the shit on the Playboy documentary, and I was good off Jim Brown. But I was really mad because it made me feel like y'all really let us like grow up becoming fans of people, and they were terrible fucking people. Like I shouldn't have been a fan of Jim Brown growing up, but I was. He wasn't even in my era. But because of movies like Original Gangster and y'all having him on fucking episodes of Living Single and shit, You know, you grow up to like somebody. You go back and watch their old films and shit. And then you find out that they were torturing a girl at the Playboy Mansion one time. And then you're just like, oh, well, I feel tooked and bamboozled. And now fast forward to Meagan Good deciding that she wants to be in a relationship with Jonathan Majors, who's had all of these assault allegations against him as well. It's given he did it simply because Meagan decided to choose you to date, considering the fact that her godfather is an extremely abusive famous man. It's given y'all's connection is only proving the point even more, even though y'all think it's not. All right, that's all I wanted to say. I'll talk to y'all later.